One of the best ways I know how to release tension in the back is by using a foam roller. Here I bought at the Fitness Depot, about 15 kilometers that way. It was $30 Canadian. There was another one available for $20. The foam is less dense. And there's another one available for $40. The foam is more dense and it will basically last a lifetime. And it was black. This one, $30. I've been using it for a year and a half, about 3 or 4 times a week. And you'll see there's no deformity. So it's a good purchase. It's an investment. If you find that it will also help you release tension in your back. Most fitness clubs have a foam roller available. So you can first experiment with that one, or maybe you have a friend that has one before you go ahead and make the investment. I'm going to show you 2 different positions of the foam roller that will help you release tension. But usually before I start with the foam roller, I will first either lie on my back or lie on my front for a few moments, a few minutes, just to allow my body, my back to relax and to get myself connected with my breathing. If you've had a very stressful day, it will usually help you if you just lie on your front or your back and just focus on your breathing for a few minutes. So everyone knows how to lie on their back. I'll just show you lying on your front. Excuse me. So I'll usually be here. I'll find a comfortable position for my arms, and I will make sure to have equal time with my head in both directions. And another comfortable position I found is to have the arms perpendicular to the body. And just sit here for as long as you think you need to release some tension. Now, starting with the foam roller, lie on your back, and you want to make sure you have space around you. So the easiest way is to start the foam roller under your head and then gently lift up your shoulders and put the foam roller somewhere along your shoulder blades. Now here, right in itself, is a restorative position, opening up my chest and my shoulders, which counteracts society's position of having the shoulders always rounded forward in many different daily life positions. So staying right here can be very restorative. I have my fingers interlaced, holding the weight of my head, and I'm just relaxing. I like to have my knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You can try also with the legs straight, whatever you find most comfortable, or you can alternate. And also when I bring my elbows closer together, I separate my shoulder blades from my spine, and I can feel that muscle between the shoulder blade and the spine a lot more. So the motion, when you're ready, when you feel relaxed, is to hold your head in your hands, and you're going to lift your hips up a little bit as you use your legs to roll yourself backwards. Stopping whenever you want. Bring your head back and then back up, and you can go down really one vertebrae at a time, stopping, bring the head back and bring it back up, going all the way down until you feel at a point where you're losing stability, and then you come back up. And you can also do it without the pause, just rolling up and down, massaging that muscle between your shoulder blades. And another fun position, if you can get some kind of cushion here, I'll use a yoga block. And I can put the block here and allow myself fully restorative and sit here for minutes. It's a wonderful position to open up the front part of the body. Always trying to stay as deep as possible with the breathing. I can't do it right now because I'm speaking, but I would try to breathe as deep as possible into my belly. So that's it basically, and you can experiment with the positions you find most comfortable. So I'm going to lift myself up and I'll show you another variation using the foam roller. So putting it this way, two ways you can get on it. You can roll onto it, or you can start sitting and come down. Okay, again, right here, a very restorative position because it's opening the front part of the body, shoulders, chest, and you can really focus on your breathing if you allow concentration to go to your breathing. You can put your hands on your belly, and as you breathe in, you'll feel the hands separate, and as you breathe out, you'll feel the fingers go back together. Keeping the breath soft and deep will help you release tension. So from this position, you can stay here for moments or minutes. A really great position I like. I'm going to use my fingers on my head and my thumb on the foam roller as I guide my head to one side. Okay, so my thumb is on the foam roller. My fingers, sometimes 2, 3, sometimes all 4 fingers, will be holding the head in a position. And as I breathe deep into the belly, I can feel a really nice stretch happening right here. So you stay here for however long you feel comfortable, and make sure that you don't lift your head using the neck muscles. Use your hand to guide your head up. And then stay here again for a few moments, a few breaths, and then guide your head to the other side. Again, using my thumb on the foam roller, pushing against it, and my fingers on the left side of my head now, right near my temple, and holding this position equal time as the last side. Deep with the breathing, and then guiding my head back up using my hand. Okay, so that's the first one in this position. Another really good one is to put your body basically diagonally over the foam roller. So I'm going to lift and put both of my hips on the right side, and I'm going to lift my head and put both of my shoulders on the left side. At the beginning, I'm going to cradle my head in my hands, and I will stretch my legs. And now I'm feeling a very unusual stretch diagonally. And after a few moments, everything will relax, and then I will lower my head onto the ground and stretch my arms above my head on the floor. Again, with the last one, be gentle with your head. Don't use your neck muscles to lift up the head. Use the hands, lift the head, bend the knees again, feet flat, lift the hips, and bring yourself back onto the foam roller. Get yourself relaxed again, a few breaths, a few moments, and then balancing out, doing the exact same thing on the other side. Both hips come to the left. I lift my head, bring both shoulders to the right. Start first with my head in my hands. Few breaths here, everything will release and relax. And then I can go a little bit deeper, resting my head on the floor, and both arms straight above my head on the ground. And then same as before, gentle on the neck, lifting the head up with the hands, lifting the hips up with the legs, and move yourself back onto the foam roller. Now the last two I'm going to show you might not be available to everyone because it requires a lot of flexibility. The first one I'm going to roll back and you'll see I'm going to move a little bit. If you can't do this flat on the ground, chances are you can't do this on a cylinder. So here's the motion, and I'm using my arms as much as possible so I don't use my abs, because if I use my abs I find that I get a cramp somewhere in the abdominal muscles and I can't hold the position. So I'm going to use my hands as much as possible, and you'll see I'm already rocking. I lift my hips and I roll myself backwards, and my feet will eventually reach the ground, and it's a very deep stretch for the back of the neck, the back of the legs, the spine, and the back. Trying to stay relaxed with your breathing. When I release myself, I allow myself to be a bit loose, because the back and forth motion is a really nice massage on the muscles on the side of my spine. So again, that one you need a lot of flexibility. This last one you also need a lot of flexibility. I find the biggest point in which flexibility lacks in people is right here with the ankles. So I'm going to lift my left leg with my left hand. I grab my left ankle and I bring my foot underneath my hip. Really nice stretch for the quadricep, the back, getting a good workout. And I can straighten my right leg, and I'll stay here for a few moments with the breath, and everything will release. And then I'll guide my foot back up. Then the right leg. Now balancing, same thing on the other side. With my right hand, I grab my right ankle. Bring my foot underneath my hips. Try to bring my knee to the ground. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. And then my left leg will go straight, and I'll stay here equal time as the other side. And then I'll release myself. I'll use my hand to help guide my right leg slowly back up. And then the full expression of this one is with both feet under the hips. And you can probably see the flexibility that's required in many different parts of the body. So here I am, and sometimes I put my hands on this part of my hips just to help connect mind with this part of my body to help release and relax. And I will alternate with leaving the knees hover. Sometimes I'll arch my back a little bit so that my knees can come to the ground. Sometimes I will bring my knees together. And then sometimes I'll let my knees go outwards. So that's it, and gently releasing my legs. And it's nice to take a few moments here just to relax. And the two ways to remove yourself from the foam roller: you can lift yourself up on your arms and bring yourself to sitting, or I'll usually just roll off. It's much easier. And then remove the foam roller. So that's what I wanted to show you. Again, to repeat, the most important thing is to be gentle. Sometimes you're not going to be able to do what you were able to do the previous time, depending on the stress or perhaps an injury that you're carrying in different parts of your body. So the main rule that I follow is to always be gentle. Thanks for watching.